Hi, my name is Mackenzie, and I did my theoretical approach on the solution focused theory. My client's name was Timmy, and he was a 10-year-old boy who was in fifth grade. He was sent to me or referred to me because he threw a stapler at his teacher, and he's been having a lot of outbursts and anger management issues. Especially at school with classmates. He's been having a lot of trouble making friends and communicating and being able to pause when he gets angry before he reacts. So he was referred to me by his teacher and his parents. The target of the intervention was to um, create a goal for him, but to take small steps in order to achieve that goal. And according to the video we watched in this module, 3 counseling approaches, one adolescent client. Solution focused therapy believes that small changes lead to big changes. So that was my approach with not wanting to overwhelm him or scare him or make him feel guilty for coming to see me, but to understand the problem and then to be able to work with him and see what his ideas were for solutions and what he was comfortable with creating, and as a collaborative effort to figure out the anger management and how to work together and make sure those big outbursts don't happen anymore or happen fewer times. So the techniques I was demonstrating in my video were I used the miracle question, I used expectation questions with him, scaling questions, a lot of open-ended questions. So I gave him the floor to talk, and it wasn't just yes or no. Especially with kids, sometimes it's hard to get them to open up and talk when they're talking to an adult. So that was super important. Um, let's see, I also made sure that the space I created felt super safe and that he was comfortable, and tried to build a nice rapport with him and a trusting relationship. Um, Lots of evidence that those trusting relationships usually hold a lot of benefit in the therapy sessions in the future as well. Um, yeah, and just tried to focus on his future goals and what he wanted. And solution focused therapy is a lot of future, so focusing things on the future and what we're going to do, and giving him some homework assignments to be proactive and keeping his mind on his future goals. Let's see. So, how I would evaluate the outcomes of the effectiveness of my client are I would give him, I would use a clinical anger scale. So, I would do that pre and post sessions to measure his anger levels. And I would also use a post client satisfaction survey to ensure that the client felt like he was being heard. And that I, as a social worker, to see if I could do anything different to make his experience better. It's a little bit different with children, the client satisfaction surveys, but I still think it's necessary, especially, a lot of the time kids don't have filters, so they'll tell you how they really feel, whether it hurts or not. And so briefly describe what you'll see in the video. So the clip I'm choosing is after introductions, and it's when I am telling Timmy about the miracle question, asking him that question, asking him to think in the future, asking him some scaling questions, some expectation questions, so I can get kind of like a grounding and baseline where we're going to start and then how we can move forward. Try not to overwhelm him or make him feel any sort of guilt for being there, and just trying to be very open with him and that I'm here to help him at his pace, and whatever I can do to help him with his anger and help him on that journey, that I'm there to do that. So there's a lot of evidence base for the solution focused therapy. Especially with children, it tends to work very well. And I will add those citations in the link. Okay, thank you so much, and enjoy my clip.